Hello, and we are live. So today I'm going to talk to you about why consistency is so important on social media. It's absolutely crucial, okay? And I mean, when I talk about consistency as well, I don't mean constantly posting, I mean consistently posting, okay? I'm going to tell you why it's really, really important, and also going to give you some tips on how to manage your consistency on social media as well. So if you're watching, please do say hello. If you're on Facebook, click the StreamYard link, otherwise I don't know what your name is, but hello, or just type your name in. If you're watching on YouTube, just give us a thumbs up. Again, if you've got any questions as we're going along, or any ideas or anything you want to share, please do put it in the chat. And if you're watching this after the live stream, please put it in the comments below and I'll come back and happily answer them as well. So hello, everyone, and welcome to another Monday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for regular tips and advice on social media every Monday at 12:30. So put your hands up if you are consistent on social media. Tell me, are you consistent or not? Oh, Chris from Chatbots Labs says he's totally #sporadic. Okay. And do you know what? You're not the only one. There's a lot of businesses who are massively sporadic on social media. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I've got my notes here just to remind me. I'm going to cram all this information in the next 20 minutes. But basically, oh, hi, Phil. Phil's giving a little emoji. Okay, again, let me know what you feel about posting on social media, because it's not that easy, I get it. But there are a number of reasons why it is absolutely vitally important. And I'm going to save the most crucial one till last, okay? So Phil says, where do we put our messages? Perfectly. Typing in now. I can see it, Phil. Yeah, just any questions that you're typing in now, just type them in there. Okay, where are you doing it now? Right, consistency then. One, why do we need to be consistent? Well, one, we're visible. Okay, if we don't post on social media, we are not visible to our existing customers, to our potential customers. And social media is so competitive. It's blown out the window. I'll give you an example, actually, some of the new data that's coming out for followers on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, a couple of years ago, they had 310 active users every month on LinkedIn. 2 years later, massively down because of coronavirus and the pandemic, everybody's jumping onto social media. We're now looking at 740 million active monthly users on LinkedIn. That is a lot of people active. One, it's a lot of potential customers, but two, it's also a lot of competition. Okay, social media is getting more and more competitive. So you've got to be visible. And the only way you can be visible is by consistently posting. Okay, you've got to get yourself seen. Okay, if you're consistently posting, you are going to be at the forefront of people's minds. When people need your services or products, you know, if people think, oh, I need some chatbots, as we've got chatbot labs on today. I need a chatbot, actually. I need a chatbot for my social media. They're going to think about chatbot labs today because they've turned up to the live stream. They're not going to think about another company. Okay, you've got to be consistent so that people are remembering you 3, 4, 5 months down the line. I'm regularly getting contact. In fact, once this week, I got contacted by someone who asked me for a quote 12 months ago. And they came back to me this week and went, oh, Bex, ready to do work with you now. That's because they'd seen me on social media and it jogged their memory that, crikey, yes, we need to get back in touch. If I hadn't been on the social media, they'd have forgotten and maybe Googled and gone to a competitor, okay? You've got to be consistent. You've got to be visible. It's really, really important. Okay, so the other thing then, if you are consistent, oh, hi, Gary, nice to see you. Hello. Again, if you are consistent on social media as well. Oh, Nikki's here as well. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for saying hello. Again, any questions, do post them in the chat. Let me know, are you consistent? How often do you post on social media? Okay, you've got to get into a routine. Yeah. So when we say we're going to be consistent, I don't mean going, yeah, we're going to be consistent once a week, once every month, I'm going to post loads of stuff. Yeah. Consistency is about drip feeding your content. Okay. Nikki says she feels like she's mithering. No, please do post content. I love content. And hi Jennifer. Hello. So yes, we've got to get into this routine of consistently posting. Constantly posting is just going bam, 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 lots of content without any thought. Consistently posting is going, okay, we've got a little bit more of a plan, but we're consistently going to post 4 times a week, 5 times a week, like that, you know. The worst thing you can do is go, oh, right, this week I need to post some social media, post loads of social media, and then have a really busy 3 weeks and forget about that social media. And there's a massive, massive reason why that is hugely detrimental. Oh, hi, Nick. Hello. Oh, everyone's saying hello today. This is great. Thank you. Hello. There is a massive, massive reason. And that reason is the algorithms, okay? It's not that we're being lazy and we get too busy about it. And it's just like, oh, crikey, there's 500 followers on my social media that I've spent ages growing. You know, oh, well, they won't matter if they don't hear from me for a week. They won't mind. Yeah, they might not mind, but the algorithms, no. The social media algorithms, the little robots that work in the background, they know. And unfortunately, they are going to give you some black marks against your account. Social media platforms like their users to show up regularly and consistently. If you don't, you are penalized. So that, say, if you have a flurry of activity and then 2, 3, 4 weeks later, you go, oh, crikey, I must post on my social media. That's too late then. They've blackmarked you. So they're not going to share your content as widely as your competitor who's regularly posting, maybe just twice a week, but they're going to rank higher in the searches. Okay. So Gary says he posts every day, but really about thinking about the content these days, moving more to video format now. Yes, video is brilliant. You know, video is really, really powerful stuff because it brings up that like, no trust, doesn't it? And it shows the uniqueness about your business. That is probably the only unique thing you have because we all have competitors. Okay. Paul says, hello from the sunny hills of Burnley. Hi. The sunny hills. Well, I'm glad it's sunny because it was horrible yesterday. Okay. So how do we do this consistently? That is the main reason why. This is why I bang on about consistency, is just to keep those algorithms happy. They're going to reward you for that. Okay. So Nick said they didn't realize that they penalize you. No, a lot of people don't, to be fair. And I think this is one of the main reasons that people don't regularly post, because we're all in business. We all get ridiculously busy. And what happens is we get busy and we just think, oh, social media, I'll just leave that for now. That can wait. I'm really busy. But it can't wait if you've got to get a continual pipeline of customers. And it can't wait if it actually means it's going to be highly detrimental to your platform. Okay. So basically, Gary's saying Gary's doing 4 professionally edited videos a week with subtitles. Brilliant. That is brilliant. And so you're going for 4 videos a week. That's really good. That is a good commitment. Okay. Now, the reason why you've got to think about consistency, and again, it's not just posting, because if you're careful, you panic and you go, oh my goodness, I've not posted. Blah. There's a load of content that I'm just going to spout out that's maybe not the best quality. And I don't mean quality as in the quality of your photos or your videos. I mean quality in the value of information you are giving to the people that follow your page. Because we've got to remember, people are following your pages for a reason. And that reason is to help them, not us. Okay. So Chatbot Lab says, this is exactly me. So busy at the moment. They've parked their social media. And you know what? So many businesses do park their social media for a bit. I know it's fine. I'll come back to it in a bit. Doesn't matter. But yes, it does matter because you are being watched. You are being watched by those social media platforms. And sometimes we do get too busy. But what I want you to do after this live stream is start committing to consistency. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to think about how often you want to post. Okay. How often are you going to post each week? And I want you to commit to it. Now, if you're going to tell me once a week, that's not really enough, I'll be honest. Really, you should be aiming for a minimum of 3 times a week. And it depends what social media platform you're on, I'll be honest. It does depend which social media platform you're on and how you want to grow it. Twitter, for example, you can get away with posting every 15 minutes. Now, that's a lot of content. Whereas the likes of Facebook, LinkedIn, you can get away with 3 times a week and still grow that platform and still get a good visibility. Okay. But I also want you to think about which social media platform. We've got to be realistic. If we're going to be consistent, we need to pick social media platforms, make sure we're consistent, and make sure we're not overwhelmed. There's no point going, whoa, I'm going to go on Clubhouse because Clubhouse is the new thing now. I'm going to do that. And then you fail your other social media platforms. I want to make sure that you're consistent with your existing ones and then you move on to the next one. Okay. So Gary said it's costing a lot working with a property digital agency to help deliver the quality and consistency. No, I mean, that's great. Video, if you know video works and it does, then it's certainly worth investing in that. Okay. So what I do is I schedule time in my diary. And I think this is crucial because if you don't schedule time in your diary gets filled up. And before you know it, it's 7 o'clock on a Friday night and you're like, oh, I haven't scheduled any content in for next week, or I haven't done any posts this week, but it's 9 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock on a Friday night. And quite frankly, I've had enough for this week. So I want you to schedule just a bit of time in your diary, okay, to sort your content out. And then, so once you've decided how many posts you're going to do, maybe it's 3 a week, schedule an hour, 2 hours, an hour should do it for 3 posts a week in your diary, and then stick to it. But don't just stick to it. Don't just go, right, I've got an hour. What on earth am I going to post? Think about, okay, I've got an hour. What's my plan going to be? What am I trying to get across to people? What's going to help my customers? What's going to make my customers talk to me? Okay. So what you want to do is create plans. So I'll tell you my plan. So Mondays, I tend to commit to creating my content. Okay, I don't spend all day on a Monday creating my content, but Mondays is when I create my content. But I have a plan, a very, very, very basic plan that I stick to. Okay, and that is 1, I share a tip every week on my social media. So a social media tip that's going to help people that follow me. So they are going to follow me because they're going to get tips and advice for free on social media. I then share a content idea every week that anyone can use. So if you're watching this live stream, please do make sure you are following my social media channels. Again, the links are in the comments, but follow my social media channels because I do share a content tip, an idea every week that can be adapted to any industry. Okay. So again, I do that. So that's 2 posts a week straight away for me. And I just have to come up with the idea. But then obviously I do my live stream, and my live stream then is created into a blog. And from that blog, I then create 3 or 4 social media posts. Okay. So all of a sudden, my week of sitting there, if I didn't have a plan, I'd sit there going, crikey, what am I going to talk about? But all of a sudden, I've got a bit too much content to put out there. Okay. So Gary says he totally agrees with the diary. Every Monday he has 1.5 hours put aside to schedule out social media. More often than not, he does his thinking and ideas and inspiration over the weekend when walking or cycling. That's a really good point, actually, Gary, because I'm the same. You have your best ideas when on Saturday I was sat down at the computer, not doing social media executive stuff, but actually doing other things on the computer. And I just thought, crikey, that's a fantastic idea for a post. So I just noted it down. I have a little app on my phone, write it down in my notes app, write it down anywhere where you jot ideas, write it on a piece of paper. Okay. Because it's all right planning this content in. So I want you to sort of commit to a time each week to plan your content in, but then sometimes things pop up and go, actually, that would be great to write about on social media. So just note it down. I wake up quite often at 3 o'clock in the morning going, oh, that'd be a great idea. So again, I just note it down on a piece of paper. Now, so you've got this plan, you kind of got a structure, and it's so much easier if you've got a structure. Okay, you've got this structure to plan. The next thing that I do is I use a scheduling tool. Okay, I use a scheduling tool for the structured posts that I've planned throughout the week. I use Hootsuite. I also schedule on Twitter. I schedule on Creator Studio for Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and with all those three, it's all free, by the way, because I use a mixture of them all. I can schedule my posts for free. Okay, and they go out. I don't even then have to think about it for the rest of the week. But, and there's a big but, don't just use a scheduling tool for your social media, because those social media platforms know you've got to be active on the platform as well. You need to be on the actual platform. So I schedule in my structured posts, and then in between, I'll do the odd one or two off the hoof, thinking about, oh, I've just spoke to a client. This was a great question that came up in my live stream today, So again, do structure in your constant ones and then add some more ideas in there as well. So do schedule them in, okay? But the most important thing is to be consistent and have some content going out, because we all are really, really busy. And Nikki's just asked a question, sorry. Would you be kind enough to share the names of the scheduling apps afterwards, please? Yes, absolutely. I'll put them into the comments of this video at the end as well. So yeah, I'll share those. Because there are all variety of different ones, so I'll share those below. Now, the most important thing to think about is consistency. Basically, if you're doing exercise, yeah, you're doing exercise, you're going for a jog. I know that if I keep up jogging, I hate jogging, by the way. Play squash. I don't like jogging. If I know that I'm going for a jog for 4 weeks, I'll get pretty fit. If I can do it for 6 weeks, get pretty fit. But if I have 1 or 2 weeks off, my goodness, I notice the difference. And this is the same when I play squash. I've not played squash for 12 months because of COVID. I am dreading going back on that squash court because I normally play 3 times a week. So again, it's the same with your social media. You're keeping up that regular, consistent content. Basically been ruined. Okay. So I just want you to promise me that you guys are going to be consistent from here on in. Gary's just asked, does Facebook not like it if you schedule your posts within Facebook, or is it okay? As with Facebook, it likes you to use its own tools. So the own tool in Facebook is Creator Studio, and you can schedule to Facebook and Instagram at the same time in Creator Studio. And because you're using the Facebook app, it will favor it over and above any other apps that you use. So I would suggest you stick to Creator Studio if Facebook and Instagram are your main profiles. So that's a good point. So yes, any more questions? Because I'm going to finish in a minute. But I just want you to remember why you're being consistent and what you need to do about it. I do have a content calendar, a planning tool as well. I'll put the link below. So I have a planning tool that you can link into, and you can actually just note down, you can print it out, put it on the wall, write down your own ideas, plan your monthly content, and then look at your specific posts. And again, that's a really, really useful tool. It's also full of links for lots of content ideas, because sometimes ideas are the most difficult things to do. So content ideas and things like that you can plan. It's got links to daily ideas for your content. It's a daily planner that you can fill in yourself. So do have a look at that. That's a really useful tool. So head over and have a look at that if you need a tool that's just going to help you get your head straight and get you planning. Okay. Chris has just asked before we finish, is filler content damaging? What is best to use up to the frequency? Filler content isn't damaging. It depends what it is. You know, it really does depend what you mean by filler content. Whenever you're creating content, you've just got to think about your potential customers and what's going to be of value to them. Okay. So, really do have a think about it. I post some, really quite light-hearted stuff in between some of my really useful stuff. It's about showing your personality. And I think that's the most important thing on social media at the moment. You've got to get that personality behind your brand across on there. Okay. So join me next week. Next week's going to be really good, actually, because I've got Lucy Jackman joining me, and she's going to be talking about how you can create loads of posts from just one blog. So if you're looking at consistently, we need some ideas. Lucy's going to be joining us next week, and we're going to be talking about how we can create lots of posts from a single blog, okay? Because we're going to be quite creative. So join me next week. As well, if you need help with your Facebook, if you need help to understand how to use it better and how to get a much better reach, I've got a workshop starting next Tuesday. We're doing an hour a day over Zoom. I've got 6 places left, and it's going to be brilliant. We're just going to work together to completely transform your Facebook page, help it rank higher in the searches. We're going to be covering things like algorithms and things like that. We're going to be covering content and planning content. The most important thing, we're going to be making sure that we are driving inquiries and you are ahead of the competition on Facebook. So if you need some help with your Facebook page, please do come along. Again, I will put the link in the comments below this video, so do have a look. I'll also post them in now for you. But that's going to be really useful. I had some fantastic reviews from this one in the past. Okay. So if you've got any more questions, please do let me know. Again, if you're watching this live on YouTube, please do help me boost my profile by liking this video and also following my channel for lots of tips and advice on social media. I am live every Monday at 12:30. And thank you everybody for watching today, and thank you everybody for saying hello. That's been really good. It's been nice to chat to you all. Again, if you're watching this after the live stream, please do put any comments below. I would love to know how your consistency on Facebook is coming along. Thanks, guys. I will see you next Monday at 12:30. See you later. Bye.